What's good? What's your YouTube? It's your boy Davis the Rogue here, and this today states the Rogue moment. All right, check this out, man. Now, when you wake up in the morning, you do a couple of things. You take a piss, you come out, you check your emails, check your Facebook, you go on YouTube, you check some of your YouTubers. At least this is what the fuck I do. And one of the YouTubers that I checked out, it was one of my friends. I'm not gonna say who they are or whatever, but in his shit, he was talking about how he didn't like Scarlett Johansson being the main protagonist of the upcoming Ghost in the Shell movie. Now, with that in mind, I kind of start looking up and see people's reactions. Some people are like sitting up here like, oh my God, we don't want her. They like criticize her heavily. Now, for those who actually criticize her, they are anime purists, pretty much. For what I got from the guy's video, he pretty much say this. He said that the only way this whole entire anime movie is gonna work if the main character is Asian. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this. Basically, and I watched the anime. It's the King bitch. I watched the anime. Basically, the main character is easy for Scarlett Johansson to handle. And she's perfect for the role. And I have no objections to it. If you have objections to it, that's you. That's on you. I don't have no objections to it. And like for you to sit up here and say like anime movies need to be handled by Japanese people or Asian people. Let me tell you something, man. They're not the only ones that can do it right. They're not the only ones that will like never mess up anything. Let me tell you a couple of movies that they actually mess up in the shit. Because like in Japan, when they try to make an anime movie based off of the animation, a live action movie, they screw up too. Set point, the first Roman Ketchin, they screwed that shit up like a motherfucker. And it was a huge ass backlash. Look that up. So in Japan, they not the only ones that can just be the absolute. Anyways, if you look at most of the characters are not designed to look Japanese, first of all. Secondly, Scarlett Johansson can pull off that damn look. She'll probably look goddamn good with some purple hair. Shit. Nextly, I don't think like they the only ones that can handle it. I think like America can actually handle that. They just need to take it seriously. And like one of his examples is he don't want to be all messed up like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z and Ghost in the Shell are two different things. Ghost in the Shell is a more grounded anime, so you can do like a lot more realistic take to it to make it very serious and very deep. You can do that. Dragon Ball Z is a fantasy anime where everything has to be out of proportions and different shit like that. It's two different animes. You have to like look at that. And then another thing, you saying like a fucking Asian is perfect to be her instead of like Scarlett Johansson? Newsflash, you're not gonna get the person that you want all the time. Take it for a comic book fan. When you look at comic book movies, we're not gonna get the person that we always want all the time. But most times they surprise us and actually like handle that role really good. Um, like we have a lot of backlash. Like for one, Ben Affleck being Batman, that's a huge backlash. We pissing all over the shit. But guess what? The movie's gonna get made, whether we like it or not. So you can't get pissed off that shit. And another thing, if you listen to this person, I'm still not gonna say his fucking name, but you can find him because like if you actually listen to some other shit, I only like shout out a few people in the shit so you can like pretty much eliminate who the fuck I'm talking about. And it could be a little cool scavenger hunt for you. But back to the matter at hand. I really want to see this Ghost in the Shell shit. And it's really, I know it's going to be really grounded and really interesting. I know they can take it and make it brilliant. They just have to put it in the right hands of somebody with a great vision. That's all you have to do. I mean, if they actually succeed in this, maybe they can finally put out the live action Cowboy Bebop, which Keanu Reeves is supposed to be attached to for years to play Spike. There's your Asian. Okay. Another thing that he was talking about. The name that you're looking for, Paul. The name that you're looking for, pal. Fucking up my words. The name that you're looking for, pal, buddy, is Idris Zara. Now I'm fucking up his name because I just pissing me off. Anyways, Idris Zara. I'm still fucking up his last name. I'm so fucked up. He's from fucking England, you dumbass. Just cause James Bond is white doesn't mean that James Bond has to be white all the time. They always change the race in comic books. And when they change the race, so for somebody in a comic book, it has to do better. Dumbass. Idris is English and it can work, but it not most likely not probably going to do it right now. Because I just heard pretty much that they did a re-signing of Daniel Craig. Yeah, re-signing of Daniel Craig, so he's probably gonna do a couple more movies of James Bond before we even get a thought of seeing the Black James Bond. And firstly, dude, you black. You should be fucking happy that they thinking about doing a black British James Bond. It's purists like that I fucking hate. I fucking hate purists that sit up here and say like you can't do this because you this and that shit. There's a fine line between having a passion for the shit that you're interested in, like comic books and like, you know, comic books and anime, and then you cross the line and you just go like, oh no. There's a fine line between that. Now most of the time I will cross that fine line when it comes to comic books. I will. And like I can't blame you if you're mad about the decisions that they're making for anime movies, but here's the thing. Anime movies have not have a successful rating. It has failed billions of times. Even in Japan, it has failed billions of times. It is one of the complex things to do, just like video game movies. Video game movies are hard to do too because people do not have the proper vision in making some of these movies. So maybe you might try to open up your fucking minds. And maybe instead of just sitting up there watching one anime all the fucking time, yes, I'm still talking about you, buddy. You need to cut that shit off and go back and watch Ghost in the Shell. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that type of character is up Scarlett Johansson's level. Really. It's just one thing. You have to keep it grounded. You have to keep it deep. You have to immerse the person in the shit. It has to have a great writer for the shit. Hell, get the people who wrote the damn thing to write the movie and then get a great director that has a great vision to make it come to life. I don't have nobody in mind right now. I really don't. But hell, whatever. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. Do you know why Dragon Ball Z fell? Let me tell you why it fell. Because nobody took it serious. It's just like comic book movies back in the day. Reason why they don't do so well back in the days is because people didn't take it seriously enough. They just thought like, oh, we just slap this shit on, slap the name, slap people in it, and the fans are mindless drones and they will go watch the fucking shit. No, they will not go watch the fucking shit. They will get pissed and they will make their own blogs and become great YouTubers and shit like that and get their own money and make money off of your ass. So, then we go to the later days and then I was like, oh, maybe we need to take this shit a bit seriously. How we gonna do it? That's one thing. Other thing that I watch a lot of shit. Other thing is most of the people who actually do the fucking movies are actually fans. Most people. And yes, Zack Snyder. Talking to you, buddy. Zack Snyder is a fan, but he's too much of a classic fan, so he don't want to do no fan service of anything. Period. He just want to do it his way. I'm fine with it if you want to do it your way, cause like you want to prove that you got the chops, you got the skills, and you can make your own shit. Cause like it's like this. What if like we hear like the next Batman coming out in the comic books, and it's written by a guy that we never heard of, anything like that? We're just gonna like say fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. Because he's not all the legendary guys that pretty much turn legendary and the best Batman stories and shit. But when it comes out, it turns out to be good. Now, dealing with Zack Snyder, that's a double-edged sword for me. It could be good, it could be bad. Because I don't look one way on it. I look at it another way on it. Because it could be good, it could be bad. They just have to handle it the right way. They have to handle Ben Affleck the right way for him to be a decent Batman. And who's to say there's a wrong way or right way for a comic book, man? And like this isn't gonna they're gonna take some of the materials from the comic book, so that way you be like, oh, that's the front of the comic book, so you can have like your little fan orgasm and be like, oh, that's from the comic book. Holy shit, that man got that shit. But they have to have a movie that's standing on its own, and they have to create their own story at the same time. It's a bit tricky, but they finally found out somewhat of a good formula to do it. And it's just like what they need to do with animes. They have to like find out the right formula, which is it really isn't hard. You just have to actually watch the damn anime to know what you need to do. And I think like in the past, nobody really watched the anime or even understand or even probably talk to the creators, because I doubt the creators of Dragon Ball Z really liked that movie. I think they pretty much was like, you want to show us shit? Show us that shit. That's a piece of shit. They have live action movies. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. They had live action movies in Japan of the anime that actually fail. Look it up. Just because like an anime is made from Japan doesn't mean the person has to be a Japanese. That's fucked up to say that. That's fucked up to sit up there and say like, oh, you don't look Asian enough. Even though the character wasn't drawn to look Asian, you don't look Asian enough. No. It's good. But I did it good. I like the actor, and I know about the anime, and I watched the anime like 100 times, and it's very good, and it's very thrilling, and I feel like I can really do it. I didn't say you wasn't bad. I said you was Asian enough. Get out of here. That's me without no effect. I have no effects to put on this fucking shit. But anyway, that has been a rogue moment. Tell me what the fuck you think. Do you think like Scarlett Johansson being the main character on Ghost in the Shell live action movie is a good idea? Do you think just like my friend, it's a bad idea? I think it's a great idea because not only she's hot right now, which will push up the popularity of Ghost in the Shell. Not only she's hot right now, and I'm not talking about how hot she looks, I'm talking about her status as a celebrity. Not only why she's hot, she has her name out there, it can boost the popularity of the film, and a lot of people will go see it. You have to not only think as a fan, you have to think as a businessman and shit like that. I don't think it would be a bad movie if she be the main character. I don't think so. You know? I just hope that it just take it seriously, make it grounded, make it very thrilling, and make it very deep because that's what Ghost in the Shell is. You know? That's what Ghost in the Shell is. It's a deep, immersed storyline with an interesting heroine who has an interesting story in her past. And it has a lot to do with robotics and shit. So I know they can do a great job because that's the future soon. Like people will have like robotic prosthetic limbs and all that shit. And that's the future. And they can do something with it. That's something to do with it. And that's something grounded. Just like if they want to finally do Cowboy Bebop, that's something that's pretty grounded too. I mean, like sometimes it'll have like some wacky shit in it. But it's very interesting, deep shit. And like that's one of the anime legends. I think the anime legends that isn't based off of super fantasy shit, they can actually do in live action. It's just it takes somebody with a great vision to make it brought to life. And I just butchered the fuck out of this sentence. Son of a bitch. Anyways, this has been a rogue moment. Comment, subscribe, share that fucking shit. Now I gotta go take a bath. Peace.